What is up, everybody? I want to just start off this episode by talking about something super random: couch rotting. I keep seeing it all over social media, and at first I was like, rotting? What is this phenomenon? Like, no, thank you. But then I found myself on my second bowl of Thanksgiving leftovers on the couch, halfway through the whole season of The Real Housewives of Orange County that I had started earlier that day. Suddenly, I was like, this is so just luxurious. I am recharging my batteries, recharging my soul. Oh my God, am I couch rotting? I was like, oh, I finally got it. I understood the assignment. So, anyway, for what it's worth, I now know what couch rotting is. And so, for those of you who haven't tried it, highly recommend. I promise I have a point with this. In this episode, I was thinking this time of year, it's so easy to feel like all we want to do is hibernate. Really, Thanksgiving week sort of kicks that off for everybody, for those of us in the States. Once December kicks off, we just want to curl up, we want to check out and wait for January 1st to roll around. And so we get in this groove. Do you guys know what I'm talking about when I'm saying this? You can begin to feel stuck. And then you start that mind with yourself of like, what am I doing? I'm lazy. I'm this, I'm that. And so here's the thing: feeling stuck isn't the problem. Staying stuck is. And so, this episode, I want to inspire you to flip the script. I want to show you how to use December, the last 30 days of the year, 31 days of the year, to really use this as your launch pad for 2025 while incorporating things like couch rotting. We're going to start talking about little steps that you can implement. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly why feeling stuck isn't permanent, how to shift out of it, and how to make these final 30 days of 2024 work for you without the hustle, without the pressure to be perfect. So grab your coffee. Let's do this. You're listening to Her Heart Heals Divorce Radio. Hi, I'm Christina Cuevas. 7 years ago, I went through a divorce and it completely turned my world upside down, and I'm so glad it did. I documented my healing to share information with other women going through their own divorce journey. And now, with thousands of downloads around the world from divorced women just like you, I'm here to show you how to ditch the shame around divorce and finally heal so that you can regain the confidence to create your most abundant and joyful future. I'm so glad you're here. This is Her Heart Heals Divorce Radio. I'm actually recording this episode from not my usual spot. I'm on my couch, fully embracing this couch rot thing. I wanted to really dedicate an episode to this final push of 2024, but not in the conventional way where people feel like I don't want to buy in to the talking down to yourself talk. We all feel the lull. We all feel it, but it's December 1st. Everybody's like, "Oh, last 30 days. It's time." Blah. Christina, can you talk today? It's time to step into hustle mode, and I would not really like to subscribe to that. I am really trying to embrace a life of ease. And everything that I have been doing in my personal life and here at Her Heart Heals, I'm shifting it to be a devotion. When I first got divorced, I knew there was a reason why this was happening to me. And it actually brought me a lot closer to God, to my connection to Source. And I became really spiritual. I leaned into a lot of different things of trying to open up the dialogue between God and myself. And in my business, it hasn't been something that I have been bringing God into. I met with one of my mentors, and she asked me, "How is your relationship with God in your business?" And I was like, "It's actually kind of non-existent. I talk to God for everything else, but just not with my business." And so she was like, "Are you using your gifts as a devotion to God?" And I was like, "Oh man, I haven't actually. I've never looked at it that way." And so while healing from my divorce was a devotion to God, Her Heart Heals hasn't necessarily been a devotion to God. And I've been taking on so much and wondering why it felt hard. And when I realized that I needed to bring this in as a devotion to God, that God also wants to make this easy for us. And that's a big part of my mission with Her Heart Heals and your comeback and all of your healing journey is to do it with more ease, to do the hard work, but with ease. And so that's kind of the theme of this episode is like this last 30 days, let's take this and do things, create actions, but with things that actually feel easy because let's be honest, we're all tired of the challenges. We're all tired of the uphill battles. So, all right, I'm off my rant, but feeling stuck, let's circle it back. Feeling stuck is actually a sign that you're in transition. A lot of clients that come to me feel like they are just stuck in life and they don't know what direction to take. Most of the time, it's because there's some underlying fear that's there that's lingering from your divorce and things that have come before that that are really preventing you from taking any action because you're scared of failing. But feeling stuck is also just a sign that you're in transition. It's not because you're lazy, unmotivated, or failing in life. It's because you're in this messy middle where your old life is falling away and the new one hasn't fully taken shape yet. And December has always been a reflective month for me, but let me tell you, there have been years where I felt completely stuck, like no energy, no excitement, just survival mode. And, at that time, this couch rotting thing, I was couch rotting without knowing what that was. I was stuck because I needed to stop and reflect and realign, and I needed to take an action in that new realignment. Does that make sense? Maybe you're feeling like this right now. You're spinning your wheels, you're waiting for clarity. You have so many dreams and you want to be able to take steps towards those dreams or towards those goals, but it just feels impossible right now. And maybe it's the time of year too. It feels extra heavy. And maybe you're just waiting for some clarity to magically show up. And I want to tell you, that's 100% normal. It's also temporary. It's also in your control, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Like good news, it's in your control. Bad news, no one else can do it but you. So that's what we're here for. December, though, can be the perfect turning point. We're in the final days of 2024. We've got this fresh new moon energy. New moon happened just last night. It's working in our favor when it comes to manifesting, when it comes to creating. And so this time of year can be a season of retreat or a season of intentional action. And I'm not talking about the hustle or the pressure. I'm talking about those small and meaningful steps that get you out of the autopilot. That's really the key here. Because let's be real, most people check out in December. We've talked about this. They think, I'll wait for the new year to start fresh. And meanwhile, the people who take intentional action are now setting the foundation for an epic start to 2025. Every great thing needs an initiation period. When having a child, you have to wait for 9 months to grow this child and to prepare for the child to come into your life, a new job. You have to go through an interview process. You have to do a training. It's all about the initiation. That's kind of what I like to think of December as. It's the initiation for your next year. And so all of these things that we are doing right now are helping us to prepare mentally. It's helping us to come up with a plan. It's helping us to be ready to take action when we can sort of jump on that energetic momentum that happens from that big push of 2020. So think of December as a launch pad. And if you take the time to set it up right, clear the old, set the new intentions, and realign, you'll take off faster and smoother when the new year actually does come. So, I want to give you some questions that are going to help you get unstuck and that are going to help you move forward. Now, this is part of taking action that also feels gentle. So, I'm going to give you these questions. I want you to journal on them. If you want the questions as a list, I have those for you. Just shoot me a message on Instagram. I'm at Her Heart Heals. And just let me know, hey, do you have the list of those journal questions? I'll shoot them over to you. If you have time to journal on them, put it in your phone, think about them, take a walk, feel into what you want to say. Don't overthink it. Just let your answers flow. That's really the key here, is to connect with yourself. So the first question is, what's been actually keeping me stuck? For real. Maybe it's fear, overwhelm, or just not knowing what you want next. Name it so that you can start shifting it and being aware. The second question is, what steps can I take today to feel more aligned? Not next week, not January 1st, today. Maybe it starts with something like this, the journaling. Maybe it starts with decluttering your space. One of my favorites. I'm not even going to go into that, but literally one of my favorite, fastest, easiest ways to do an energy clearing is to declutter your space and to create space for new things, new abundance, all of that. Or taking a walk to clear your head. Maybe it's getting your resume out to prepare. Maybe it's figuring out what kind of industry that you want to step into, figuring out a possible side hustle and really leaning into maybe what is calling you. Get it all out, journal on it. The third one is, who do I want to be when 2025 begins? This isn't about setting a million goals. I'm going to be giving a workshop right around the beginning of the year to actually set those goals, so stay tuned for that. This isn't about that, though. This is about connecting with the version of you that already feels clear, confident, and ready. The version of you that's already living in her comeback, the version of you that doesn't feel like a failure after divorce, the version of you that is grateful for her divorce because of what she used this energy for as her stepping stone. What does she do? How does she show up? This is the version of you that already feels confident, clear, ready. I want you to start embodying that now. Okay? Maybe that's just changing your makeup look. Maybe it's spending a little extra time on skincare so that your makeup goes on better. Maybe it's taking an everything shower once a week. If you haven't tried that, highly recommend. So that's it. These are the 3 questions that I really want you to lean into, and the answers may surprise you, and they're gentle. And journaling is one of my favorite things. It was really hard, to be honest with you. Like, I don't consider myself a journaler, but when I have potent questions that really allow me to go deep within myself, it makes all of the difference. So, like I said, if you want those questions, shoot me a DM over on Instagram at Her Heart Heals, and I will send them to you. And I'm so excited because I want to invite you to join the waitlist for your greatest comeback. The waitlist is going to get you priority, like skip to the front of the line access, and it's also going to get you waitlist only pricing. It's my cohort that begins in January. It's a group program designed to help you clear the old, step into your new chapter, and really build that life that you're dreaming of so that you stop second guessing yourself, stop wasting any time spinning your wheels, stop wasting time feeling like it's Groundhog's Day or in some dead end job, having a bad relationship with money. You're actually able to feel secure, confident. We come up with the game plan, we find out where it is that you're going, and we help you take aligned action. The best part, I just dropped the first bonus for the incredible women who have already joined the waitlist. Just joining the waitlist. This program is capped. We're going to keep it intimate. We're going to keep it cozy. The link is in the show notes to learn more and grab your spot on the waitlist. Your comeback is waiting and you just have to say yes to it. I'll do the rest. Okay, so now let's get into how we can actually take steps for these next 30 days to use it wisely. The first thing is really taking small intentional steps. It's not about overhauling your life in 30 days. It's about taking small, aligned actions that build momentum. Even one step a day can completely shift how you feel by January. The second thing is to avoid the couch rot trap. It's fine to take breaks and rest. Heck, I'm all about the good binge watch session, but don't let that be your theme of December. Balance rest with intention, and I promise that you'll feel so much more empowered when you're like, okay, I'm gonna use like Sunday for my day. I'm gonna catch up on my shows, or maybe it's like 1 hour each day, and you're like, this is my time to catch up on my shows, but then fill in your time with other things that are going to make you feel more productive, more empowered. Maybe it's taking a long shower. Maybe it's organizing your makeup drawer. Little things like that. Okay, so let's recap what we just learned. We learned that this doesn't have to be pushing ourselves to sprint to the end of the year. It's not about pushing yourself into a hustle. This is about really taking aligned action with ease, with intention. This is the initiation phase of your greatest comeback. December doesn't have to be about just getting through. It can be a month where everything does shift for you energetically and really helping you carry yourself into your best life ever. Feeling stuck isn't your permanent state, it's your starting point. So take this time, use it wisely. I hope that this was helpful and start clearing the path for the version of you that's ready to rise. Tell me, what's been keeping you stuck? I want to talk. I want to help carry you through December into your most successful year. So DM me, share your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you and help you take that next step. Okay, my love, let's make these final 30 days count. You've got this. Until next time, Lates Me Gates.